All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division where Errol Spence Jr. has once again spoken out. And this time is hinting towards what is going to take place in the next, I suppose, in the next 14 days or so, where the decision will be made about him fighting Terrence Crawford in the rematch that he had negotiated going into the fight. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, I think we're going to be having one of the last post-mortem videos about the Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford fight, because if you didn't catch it, Errol Spence Jr. Released another tweet. At least this one was out on Instagram. I didn't actually see it on Twitter. I saw it on Instagram, where he talks about his mindset and what implies what's going to be happening going forward, as far as him continuing his career and the Terrence Crawford rematch. Before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much, because it really does make a big difference. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks, because that is just a terrific way to sponsor videos like this and ensure that the channel can keep running. As you know, we don't have a lot of sponsorships here, and we pretty much just rely on people that really want to continue participating in the boxing forum. So to everybody that does, thank you very much. But if you don't, hey man, hit the thumbs down button. But if you are a regular subscriber, no matter what you do, thank you for watching the video. So there is a tweet that came out from Errol Spence Jr., or this actually may have been on Instagram, but they reposted it on a Instagram page called Inside Boxing Live. And in this particular post, Errol Spence Jr. says, "Look, grateful to be in my position. Throughout my career, thought my career was over a few times, back to back, but I'm still here. Let's get it. Let's get it. My story is far from over." Now, I've done videos about Errol Spence, a lot of videos about Errol Spence Jr., and a lot of videos about a lot of fighters who have had fights where they've lost in what people could consider devastating fashion. And I'm telling you, man, for me, people demonstrate their character and during wins, and they also demonstrate their character during losses. And I think for me, it goes for both fighters and boxing fans. In this case, you have Errol Spence Jr., who could make every excuse in the world for not continuing to fight, right? Every excuse in the world to say, hey man, I've made this money and I don't feel like fighting anymore. I've done enough, and could walk off into the sunset with a bunch of money and call it a day. But I have respect for people that say, look, that's not what's in me. What I'm going to continue to do is I'm going to chase a goal that I have, and I'm going to get out of the bed, or I'm going to get out of the house, and I'm going to continue to work, and I'm going to continue to push forward. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that look at that fight with Terrence Crawford and say, no, don't do it. Retire. Don't get back in the ring with Terrence Crawford at the very least. Now, I don't know as of yet whether Errol Spence Jr. has actually exercised his rematch clause for Terrence Crawford or not. Now, in the ring, he said, we got to do it again. He definitely said in another tweet something to the effect of, he's not going to run home, like you guys who raised you people, get chased home from school type people, basically saying that he's going to stand his ground. Now, in this one is saying, that, you know, I've thought my career was over multiple times, but I'm still here. Let's get it. I got to commend the man's stick-to-itiveness. One other guy that I think the same way about, I'm going to tell you two other people that I think the same way about. One is Deontay Wilder. And people have real, like, short memories about certain things. If you go back and you look at the Terrence Crawford, at the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder fight, the second one, there is almost no difference whatsoever, except for, I think, Errol Spence Jr. actually probably put up a better fight than Deontay Wilder did in the second fight, going in there with Tyson Fury, where Tyson Fury's team threw in the towel, right? Now this one, Errol got knocked down 3 times, got back up, right? And eventually the ref, Harvey Dock, waved it off. But around the same thing happened. Not much different. Not one was not much more severe than the other one. Same attitude that people had with Errol Spence Jr. they had with Deontay Wilder. And then Deontay Wilder still took a third fight. And he got beat again in the third fight. But what happened after that? He took some time off and he came back against Robert Helenius, got a first round knockout against Robert Helenius, and now he's back in position to fight Anthony Joshua. And all of the talk about how Deontay Wilder needs to retire and run off into the sunset is all done. Nobody's saying that anymore. And matter of fact, the most highly anticipated heavyweight fight that there is still has Deontay Wilder in it. And another guy who has lost 3 times, knocked out once and got beat up 2 times in Anthony Joshua. That is the biggest fight in the heavyweight division right now. Now, the reason why it's the biggest fight in the heavyweight division has a lot to do with Tyson Fury and his whatever he's doing over there, going off to fight Francis Ngannou and Dillian White and guys like that instead of fighting Alexander Usyk. But you see, like I said, you show your character in your wins and in your losses. What do people do? They win. What do they do after they win? In Tyson Fury's case, it was he ain't in anything. He hasn't done anything. What's happened with Anthony Joshua? Anthony Joshua went right back to work. Got a new trainer, went right back to work. Deontay Wilder got a new trainer, went right back to work. So I applaud Errol Spence Jr. if he wants to continue to do it. At the same time, I will tell him, I would say, if he doesn't, I completely understand. There was a car wreck. There was a lot of, didn't look very good in that fight. And he's got to figure out what he's got to do. But I do always appreciate people that don't tuck their tail and run when something goes south, in your life, nor somebody that caves to public pressure. Now, as far as what the rest of his life is going to be and all of that, that's for him and his team to worry about. And boxing fans that act like they care about that, to me, I think that you guys are full of it. You may for a second act like you care about it, but for the most part you don't, because I don't know how many of you guys are donating money to Pritchard Cologne or out there giving money to what's the guy? Man, there's a bunch of boxers. They pick your boxers of people that are in, Wilfred Benitez in Puerto Rico, who my understanding is in a bad way, right? Listen to Tommy Hearns. Just how Tommy Hearns is speaking. I don't see a lot of people giving a lot of sympathy for those guys for the fights that they had. And by the way, Tommy Hearns had been knocked out brutally on multiple occasions, and people kept applauding him for continuing to fight. But anyway, we'll see what takes place. I do believe that it's up to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford to decide. I suspect Terrence Crawford is going to take the fight, regardless of whether Errol exercises a rematch clause or not, because that time frame for a lot of big money fights for him is kind of shrinking. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.